Better woodworking isn't always about having more tools. It's about owning the ones that solve the right problems every single day. Today, we're counting down 60 essential woodworking tools that never sit on the shelf. Inside this lineup are workshop essentials designed to improve precision, speed up repetitive tasks, and help every build come together with greater accuracy and confidence. The final discoveries might completely change how you work. Number 1. Artymaster 3D Measuring Square. Crooked layout lines can quietly ruin expensive boards before the first cut ever touches the wood. Artymaster 3D Measuring Square wraps around edges, letting you mark multiple faces accurately without constantly repositioning traditional measuring tools. Laser-etched measurement guides, durable aluminum construction, and clearly labeled reference points simplify cabinet work, framing, shelving, and furniture building with consistent alignment. Starting every project with precise markings reduces frustrating mistakes, saves valuable material, and builds confidence before sawdust even begins flying. Number 2. WETOLS Right-Angle Corner Clamp. Keeping two boards perfectly aligned during glue-ups often feels impossible when working without an extra set of hands. WETOLS Right-Angle Corner Clamp locks adjoining pieces firmly into 90-degree positions for accurate assembly during woodworking projects. Adjustable jaws grip different material thicknesses, while sturdy construction keeps corners steady throughout drilling, fastening, or gluing without unwanted shifting. Creating square boxes, drawers, cabinets, and frames becomes noticeably easier because alignment stays consistent from start to finish. Number 3. Hurricane Wood Chisel Set. Rough joints and uneven recesses can quickly turn carefully planned woodworking projects into disappointing results. Hurricane Wood Chisel Set delivers multiple chisel sizes for trimming, carving, shaping, and fitting wooden components with confident control. Comfortable handles, sharpened cutting edges, and durable steel construction encourage accurate handwork across furniture restoration, joinery, and decorative projects. Removing material exactly where needed creates tighter joints and craftsmanship that stands out long after every project is complete. Number 4. Saker Sliding T-Square Ruler. Misaligned measurements often force builders to remake perfectly good boards after tiny marking errors multiply. Saker Sliding T-Square Ruler keeps measuring and marking consistent with an adjustable guide that glides smoothly into position. Clear graduations, locking mechanism, and versatile layout capability simplify repeated markings across plywood, hardwood, and workshop panels alike. Producing matching parts becomes dramatically easier because every reference line begins from the same dependable starting point. Number 5. Carpenter Pencils. Missing pencils during busy workshop sessions can interrupt momentum more often than many builders expect. Carpenter Pencils combine durable marking capability with practical features designed specifically for woodworking environments. Refillable lead, integrated sharpener, and comfortable grip create bold layout marks across rough lumber, finished boards, and tight spaces. Keeping a dependable marking tool nearby helps every measurement transfer smoothly before cutting, drilling, or assembling begins. Number 6. Ruitool Japanese Handsaw. Splintered cuts can spoil carefully selected hardwood before assembly even has a chance to begin. Ruitool Japanese Handsaw slices on the pull stroke, giving woodworkers impressive control with minimal cutting effort. Thin, replaceable blade leaves narrow kerfs while producing smooth edges across trim pieces, joinery, and delicate woodworking tasks. Achieving crisp hand-cut results becomes deeply satisfying because every stroke removes material with remarkable precision. Number 7. IRWIN Combination Square. Small measuring mistakes often spread throughout an entire project until nothing fits together correctly anymore. IRWIN Combination Square checks 90-degree angles, verifies measurements, and creates straight layout lines using one dependable workshop companion. Adjustable head, etched ruler, and sturdy locking mechanism simplify repetitive measuring for cabinetry, framing, and precision woodworking tasks. Maintaining consistent accuracy throughout every stage helps finished projects come together exactly as originally planned. Number 8. Necamocu Edge Banding Trimmer. Uneven edge banding can leave handmade cabinets looking unfinished, despite hours of careful craftsmanship. Necamocu Edge Banding Trimmer removes excess edging smoothly, while following panel edges with steady cutting action. Dual blade design trims both sides efficiently, creating neat finished surfaces without excessive sanding or frustrating touch-ups afterward. Completing professional-looking cabinet edges becomes surprisingly straightforward because every pass leaves crisp, consistent results. Number 9. JOREST Contour Gauge with Lock. Irregular shapes around pipes, trim, and moldings often waste material through repeated trial and error cutting attempts. JOREST Contour Gauge with Lock captures complex profiles instantly, preserving exact outlines before transferring them onto wood. Locking mechanism holds captured shapes securely, while flexible pins adapt closely to unusual curves and challenging edges. Fitting pieces around obstacles becomes remarkably accurate, reducing unnecessary recuts during flooring, cabinetry, and renovation projects. Number 10. ELEON Blockcision Setup Blocks. Blade height adjustments become frustrating whenever repeated measuring interrupts the rhythm of workshop progress. ELEON Blockcision Setup Blocks provide preset reference heights that simplify configuring table saws, router bits, and cutting tools. Precision machined blocks stack or stand individually, creating quick visual references for repeatable woodworking setups across countless projects. Spending less time fine-tuning machinery leaves far more opportunities to focus on building exceptional finished pieces. Number 11. Rockler Workbench Cookies. Freshly finished boards can slide across workbenches, making sanding, routing, and painting unnecessarily frustrating. Rockler Workbench Cookies lift projects slightly above the bench while creating dependable grip that limits unwanted movement during detailed work. High-friction surfaces hold pieces securely without clamps, giving complete access to edges, corners, and broad faces throughout the process. Completing finishing tasks becomes smoother because your workpiece stays firmly positioned without constant repositioning or interruptions. Number 12. Kreg Trim Router Base Plate. Tiny router bases can feel unstable when trimming narrow edges or shaping delicate woodworking details. Kreg Trim Router Base Plate expands your router's footprint, giving steadier control during precision routing operations. Clear acrylic construction improves visibility, while wide support glides confidently across panels, edging, and decorative profiles without awkward balancing. Producing crisp routed results becomes much easier because every movement feels controlled from beginning to final pass. Number 13. Clarke Brothers Wheel Marking Gauge. Inconsistent layout lines often lead to uneven joinery that becomes impossible to hide after assembly. Clarke Brothers Wheel Marking Gauge scores crisp reference lines with a precision cutting wheel instead of blunt pencil marks. Micro-adjustment capability and smooth fence movement help maintain consistent offsets across hardwood, softwood, and fine furniture components. Creating repeatable joinery feels far more satisfying because every measurement transfers cleanly onto the workpiece. Number 14. Ruitool Woodworking Scribing Knife. Fuzzy pencil lines can make precision fitting surprisingly difficult during detailed woodworking projects. Ruitool Woodworking Scribing Knife creates razor-thin layout marks that guide saw blades and chisels with exceptional clarity. Sharp, hardened blade reaches tight corners, while comfortable handling encourages careful marking across intricate joinery and cabinetry work. Cutting directly to precise reference lines helps finished pieces fit together with remarkable consistency. Number 15. Milescraft Center Finder Tool. Finding the exact center of round stock can become frustrating after repeated measuring and unnecessary guesswork. Milescraft Center Finder Tool locates accurate center points quickly before drilling, turning, or layout work begins. Simple design works across dowels, pipes, and circular materials, while eliminating repeated measurement calculations inside the workshop. Starting drilling operations from the true center creates balanced results that save valuable material and effort. Number 16. Sebupar, variable angle strap clamp. Odd-shaped glue-ups rarely cooperate with ordinary clamps, designed only for straight woodworking assemblies. Sebupar variable angle strap clamp wraps completely around irregular projects, applying balanced pressure from every direction during assembly. Adjustable strap and corner supports accommodate polygons, frames, octagons, and uniquely shaped woodworking creations with impressive versatility. Building unusual furniture or decorative pieces becomes less intimidating because clamping adapts naturally to creative designs. Number 17. OriGlam Wood Carving Chisel Set. Flat surfaces can leave handmade woodworking projects looking plain when decorative details are missing. OriGlam Wood Carving Chisel Set introduces specialized carving profiles for shaping patterns, textures, lettering, and artistic accents. Multiple blade styles encourage controlled carving, while comfortable handles reduce fatigue during extended creative woodworking sessions. Adding personal character to wooden projects transforms ordinary builds into memorable handcrafted showpieces. Number 18. Saker Woodworking Chamfer Plane. Sharp board edges often feel uncomfortable to handle and distract from an otherwise polished woodworking project. Saker Woodworking Chamfer Plane removes crisp corners cleanly, creating attractive beveled edges with steady hand-powered control. Adjustable cutting depth and replaceable blades simplify edge treatment across hardwood, plywood, and softwood with consistent results. Giving every project smooth, comfortable edges adds refinement that immediately stands out during final inspection. Number 19. Amazon Basics Hand Planer. Warped boards and uneven surfaces can delay woodworking progress before assembly even begins. Amazon Basics Hand Planer shaves thin layers from lumber, flattening high spots and refining surfaces through controlled strokes. Comfortable grip, adjustable blade depth, and durable construction encourage dependable material removal across countless workshop applications. Preparing boards properly creates tighter joints and smoother finished projects that require less corrective work afterward. Number 20. VEVOR Pocket Hole Jig Kit. Visible fasteners can distract from beautifully crafted furniture despite careful woodworking throughout the entire build. VEVOR Pocket Hole Jig Kit creates angled pocket holes that hide screws while forming durable woodworking joints with confidence. Adjustable guides, drill accessories, and organized components simplify repeated joinery across cabinets, tables, shelves, and custom furniture pieces. Producing clean-looking assemblies becomes remarkably rewarding because strong connections remain largely hidden from everyday view. Number 21. EQUIPTZ Heavy-Duty Spring Clamps. Shifting materials during glue drying can quickly throw carefully aligned woodworking projects completely out of position. EQUIPTZ Heavy-Duty Spring Clamps apply instant holding pressure, making temporary fastening simple during assembly, finishing, or repair work. Wide-opening jaws, comfortable handles, and pivoting pads grip boards, fabric, templates, and workshop materials without constant adjustments. Keeping pieces exactly where they belong allows every project to progress smoothly, from preparation through final completion. Number 22. MICROJIG Wood Center Point Finder. Accurate drilling becomes frustrating when the true center of a board remains difficult to identify. MICROJIG Wood Center Point Finder locates precise center lines quickly before drilling, joinery, or layout work begins. Thoughtfully engineered guides align naturally with board edges, creating dependable markings across different lumber thicknesses without complicated calculations. Starting every hole from the correct location helps hardware fit neatly and assemblies come together with impressive precision. Number 23. HONGDUI Kerfmaker Table Saw Tool. Repeated test cuts can waste valuable hardwood whenever perfect joinery depends on exact dado or groove widths. HONGDUI Kerfmaker Table Saw Tool eliminates unnecessary guessing by matching cutting width directly to your material thickness. Simple adjustment mechanism creates repeatable setups without rulers, calculators, or stacks of scrap wood covering the workbench. Cutting accurate joinery on the first attempt saves time while preserving premium lumber for finished projects instead. Number 24. VOLSIVE Hand Sanding Block Set. Hand sanding often creates uneven pressure that leaves visible imperfections across carefully crafted wooden surfaces. VOLSIVE Hand Sanding Block Set supports sandpaper evenly, helping every stroke stay controlled throughout the finishing process. Different block shapes reach flat panels, rounded edges, corners, and detailed profiles without uncomfortable hand fatigue. Achieving consistently smooth surfaces prepares every project beautifully for stain, paint, or protective finishes. Number 25. UUP Woodworking Carpenter Apron. Constantly searching for pencils, screws, and measuring tools interrupts workshop momentum far too often. UUP Woodworking Carpenter Apron keeps frequently used essentials organized around your waist instead of scattered across benches. Multiple reinforced pockets, adjustable straps, and durable fabric provide convenient access while supporting demanding woodworking sessions every day. Working continuously without hunting for misplaced accessories keeps creative focus exactly where it belongs. Number 26. DFM Curved Cabinet Scraper Cards. Fine woodworking surfaces sometimes reveal tiny tear-out marks that sandpaper struggles to remove completely. DFM Curved Cabinet Scraper Cards shave away delicate imperfections using flexible profiles designed for detailed finishing work. Different edge shapes follow gentle curves, moldings, and furniture contours, while removing whisper-thin wood shavings with control. Bringing figured lumber to life becomes deeply rewarding because natural grain emerges beautifully without excessive sanding. Number 27. Saker Miter Saw Protractor. Measuring inside and outside corners manually often produces frustrating gaps after trim installation. Saker Miter Saw Protractor transfers measured angles directly to your saw, reducing confusing calculations before every cut. Easy-to-read markings and locking mechanism preserve exact angles while moving confidently between measurement and cutting stations. Installing trim, molding, and baseboards becomes noticeably easier because corners fit together far more accurately. Number 28. Axiom Stair Tread Template Tool. Irregular stair openings can turn every tread installation into an exhausting cycle of trimming and retesting. Axiom Stair Tread Template Tool captures exact dimensions before valuable material reaches the saw blade. Adjustable arms conform closely to uneven walls, preserving measurements that transfer directly onto wooden stair treads without repeated fitting. Installing finished steps becomes dramatically less stressful because each cut matches real-world dimensions the first time. Number 29. Yakima's Self-Centering Doweling Jig. Crooked dowel holes can leave furniture joints permanently misaligned despite careful planning beforehand. Yakima's Self-Centering Doweling Jig positions drill bits precisely in the middle of mating boards for dependable alignment. Hardened guide bushings, adjustable clamping, and balanced positioning simplify accurate dowel joinery across different stock thicknesses. Building shelves, tables, and cabinets feels more satisfying because hidden joints align cleanly during final assembly. Number 30. Saker Multifunction Scribing Tool. Uneven walls and irregular edges often prevent wooden panels from fitting tightly during custom installations. Saker Multifunction Scribing Tool traces exact surface contours onto workpieces before trimming them to match surrounding spaces. Adjustable guide, integrated marking capability, and versatile layout options simplify fitting countertops, cabinets, flooring, and trim pieces. Producing seamless installations becomes much easier because every cut follows the room instead of forcing the room to fit. Number 31. 2WIN Wood Router Tool. Plain board edges can leave finished projects looking unfinished despite careful assembly and precise joinery. 2WIN Wood Router Tool shapes decorative profiles, smooth edges, and clean grooves with controlled cutting performance across many woodworking applications. Comfortable grip, adjustable depth settings, and compatible router bits encourage creative detailing on cabinets, shelves, doors, and furniture components. Adding elegant edge treatments transforms ordinary lumber into eye-catching pieces that immediately elevate every finished project. Number 32. Amazon Basics Face Clamps. Pocket hole assemblies often shift unexpectedly, while screws tighten, creating frustrating alignment problems during assembly. Amazon Basics face clamps hold adjoining boards flush, keeping surfaces level before fasteners permanently lock everything together. Wide clamping pads distribute pressure evenly, while quick-release operation speeds repeated cabinet, drawer, and furniture construction tasks. Building flat, accurate assemblies becomes noticeably easier because each connection stays aligned throughout installation. Number 33. Duocean Framing Square Stair Gauges. Repeated roof and stair measurements can become surprisingly slow when layout tools constantly need repositioning. Duocean Framing Square Stair Gauges attach securely to framing squares, creating dependable reference stops for repetitive marking jobs. Knurled adjustment knobs grip firmly, while compact construction simplifies stair layouts, rafter measurements, and framing calculations with consistency. Marking identical dimensions again and again becomes effortless because your reference points never drift during the process. Number 34. Suizan Flush Cut Saw. Protruding dowels and exposed plugs can spoil finished woodworking surfaces after careful assembly is complete. Suizan Flush Cut Saw trims projecting material perfectly level without scratching surrounding wood during delicate finishing work. Flexible blade bends gently against flat surfaces, while fine teeth produce smooth cuts, requiring minimal touch-up afterward. Leaving seamless finishes behind creates handcrafted results that immediately catch attention during close inspection. Number 35. Britain Square Rafter Square. Roof framing and layout work become difficult when straight reference lines drift across large boards. Britain Square Rafter Square provides dependable angle guides for measuring, marking, and checking cuts throughout demanding construction projects. Clearly engraved graduations, sturdy aluminum body, and multiple reference scales simplify framing, shelving, and woodworking layout tasks. Creating accurate structural components feels far more rewarding because every measurement begins with dependable guidance. Number 36. Izark Countersink Drill Bit Set. Raised screw heads can distract from otherwise beautiful woodworking projects and interfere with smooth finished surfaces. Izark Countersink Drill Bit Set drills pilot holes while creating clean recesses for neatly seated fasteners in one operation. Multiple bit sizes accommodate different screw dimensions, reducing setup time across cabinetry, furniture, and workshop repairs. Installing hardware neatly gives every project a polished appearance with far less finishing effort afterward. Number 37. Auto Tool Home Wood Pocket Hole Plugs. Visible pocket holes can reveal construction details that many furniture makers prefer to keep hidden. Auto Tool Home Wood Pocket Hole Plugs fill exposed pocket holes using matching wooden inserts designed for seamless finishing. Natural wood construction accepts stain or paint, blending discreetly with surrounding surfaces after trimming flush. Concealing joinery details creates furniture that looks thoughtfully crafted from every viewing angle. Number 38. Level 5 Drywall Corner Finisher. Renovation projects often demand crisp drywall corners before custom wood trim can complete the finished space. Level 5 Drywall Corner Finisher smooths corner compound evenly, creating sharp inside angles with consistent finishing results. Balanced design glides comfortably along wall intersections, while reducing repeated touch-ups during remodeling and workshop improvement projects. Preparing flawless wall corners allows surrounding woodworking details to stand out beautifully after installation. Number 39. Kata Painter's Pyramid Stands. Fresh paint or stain can stick to work surfaces when projects dry directly on the bench. Kata Painter's Pyramid Stands elevate workpieces slightly, allowing complete access to every side without damaging wet finishes. Compact supports minimize contact points, while accommodating furniture parts, trim pieces, doors, and decorative woodworking components. Applying finishes becomes far more more convenient because projects dry evenly, without unwanted surface marks underneath. Number 40. Bow Products EVA Featherboard. Kickback risks increase when lumber wanders away from the fence during table saw cutting operations. Bow Products EVA Featherboard maintains steady sideways pressure, guiding boards consistently through cutting equipment with greater control. Flexible fingers grip material smoothly, while durable construction adapts to table saws, router tables, and other compatible setups. Feeding stock confidently through every pass creates cleaner cuts while encouraging safer workshop habits every day. Number 41. EQUIPTZ Quick Grip Bar Clamps. Large panels can slip apart the moment glue is applied, turning careful alignment into a frustrating race against time. EQUIPTZ Quick Grip Bar Clamps secure workpieces rapidly with one-handed operation that keeps assemblies steady during demanding woodworking tasks. Long clamping bars, comfortable release triggers, and evenly distributed pressure simplify cabinet building, furniture assembly, and workshop repairs without slowing progress. Holding projects firmly through every stage helps joints close tightly, while valuable time stays focused on building instead of constant adjustments. Number 40. TWO. Toolin Multi-Blades Hand Saw. Different materials often require different saws, leaving workshops crowded with tools for every separate cutting job. Toolin Multi-Blades Hand Saw accepts interchangeable blades, allowing smooth cutting across wood, plastic, drywall, and additional project materials. Quick blade changes and ergonomic handling encourage uninterrupted workflow while adapting easily to renovation, woodworking, and home improvement tasks. Switching between materials becomes remarkably convenient because one versatile tool handles multiple cutting challenges with confidence. Number 43. Dremel Variable Speed Rotary Tool. Detailed woodworking projects often demand precision, where full-sized power tools simply cannot reach comfortably. Dremel Variable Speed Rotary Tool tackles carving, engraving, sanding, polishing, grinding, and trimming through adjustable speed control and interchangeable accessories. Compact body fits naturally into your hand, while compatible attachments unlock impressive versatility for creative workshop projects and intricate repairs. Finishing delicate details becomes incredibly satisfying because precise control encourages craftsmanship that stands out in every completed piece. Number 44. Fotibe Drums Sandpaper Sticks. Tiny curves and narrow recesses frequently remain rough because ordinary sanding blocks cannot reach confined spaces. Fotibe Drums Sandpaper Sticks smooth difficult contours using cylindrical abrasive shapes designed for intricate woodworking and hobby projects. Multiple grit selections support gradual surface refinement, while compact sizing handles carved details, rounded edges, and decorative accents comfortably. Refining difficult areas adds polished finishing touches that elevate handcrafted work far beyond ordinary expectations. Number 45. SILIGTech Rotary Tool Attachment. Awkward angles can limit access whenever precision work reaches deep corners or confined woodworking spaces. SILIGTech Rotary Tool Attachment extends your rotary tool's reach, providing greater flexibility for carving, grinding, polishing, and engraving applications. Flexible shaft design reduces hand fatigue, while encouraging delicate movements across challenging areas that demand careful attention. Working comfortably in restricted locations unlocks creative possibilities that would otherwise remain frustratingly out of reach. Number 46. Milescraft Euro Hinge Jig. Installing cabinet hinges unevenly can ruin door alignment, despite careful measuring and expensive hardware selection. Milescraft Euro Hinge Jig positions concealed hinge cups accurately, simplifying cabinet door installation for workshops of every experience level. Integrated drill guides and alignment references eliminate repeated guesswork, while creating consistent hinge placement across multiple cabinet doors. Mounting hardware with dependable accuracy helps finished cabinetry open smoothly and present a polished professional appearance. Number 47. King & Charles Cabinet Hardware Jig. Crooked handle installations immediately catch attention, even when every cabinet is beautifully constructed. King & Charles Cabinet Hardware Jig positions drawer pulls and cabinet knobs consistently without repeatedly measuring every mounting location. Adjustable guides accommodate different spacing, while sturdy components maintain repeatable layouts across kitchens, workshops, bathrooms, and furniture projects. Installing matching hardware becomes dramatically faster because every hole lands exactly where it belongs. Number 48. Sebupar Bench Dog Clamp. Large workpieces can shift unexpectedly whenever ordinary clamps interfere with cutting paths across the workbench. Sebupar Bench Dog Clamp anchors material securely through bench dog holes while leaving surrounding workspace conveniently accessible. Low-profile design applies dependable holding force, without blocking saws, routers, chisels, or sanding equipment during active woodworking sessions. Keeping your project firmly planted encourages smoother operations and greater confidence throughout every creative build. Number 49. Zebec Safe Cuts Push Block. Hands positioned too close to spinning blades create unnecessary risk during table saw and router operations. Zebec Safe Cuts Push Block keeps your hands farther away while maintaining controlled pressure on advancing workpieces. Comfortable grip, non-slip base, and balanced design provide steady guidance across cutting equipment without sacrificing material control. Developing safer workshop habits helps every woodworking session remain focused on craftsmanship instead of avoidable accidents. Number 50. Fetkoi Woodworking Bench Vise. Holding irregular boards securely becomes difficult whenever both hands are needed for cutting or shaping operations. Fetkoi Woodworking Bench Vise grips lumber firmly, creating a dependable workstation for sawing, carving, drilling, and detailed hand tool tasks. Wide jaws, smooth adjustment mechanism, and durable construction support everything from delicate projects to substantial woodworking assemblies. Working with stable material encourages precise craftsmanship while reducing interruptions caused by constantly repositioning the workpiece. Number 51. Go Helper Chisel Sharpening Jig. Dull chisels tear wood fibers instead of slicing cleanly, making fine joinery frustrating despite careful technique. Go Helper Chisel Sharpening Jig maintains a consistent sharpening angle, helping cutting edges return to dependable working condition with minimal guesswork. Adjustable roller design supports different chisel widths while gliding smoothly across sharpening stones for controlled edge refinement. Restoring razor-sharp tools transforms carving, trimming, and joinery into smoother woodworking experiences with noticeably cleaner results. Number 50. T20. Gartol Miter Box and Pull Saw Set. Straight crosscuts become surprisingly difficult whenever hand-cut projects lack dependable cutting guidance. Gartol Miter Box and Pull Saw Set keeps trim, molding, and small boards aligned for accurate angle cuts using simple hand-powered control. Preset cutting slots support common woodworking angles, while the pull saw delivers smooth strokes with minimal splintering across different materials. Creating clean corners and neatly fitted assemblies becomes much easier because every cut begins with dependable guidance. Number 53. Sigario Router Circle Cutting Jig. Perfect circles can be frustrating to create when freehand routing produces uneven shapes and inconsistent edges. Sigario Router Circle Cutting Jig guides your router around a fixed center point, creating smooth circular cuts with impressive accuracy. Adjustable radius settings support everything from decorative inlays to large tabletops while maintaining stable movement throughout each rotation. Producing flawless round projects opens creative woodworking possibilities that standard straight guides simply cannot achieve. Number 54. PowerTech Sanding Belts Cleaning Stick. Clogged sanding belts lose cutting performance long before the abrasive material actually wears out. PowerTech Sanding Belts Cleaning Stick removes packed dust and residue, refreshing abrasive surfaces with a few simple passes. Dense rubber material lifts debris efficiently, extending usable belt life while reducing unnecessary replacements during busy workshop sessions. Keeping sanding belts performing consistently saves money and helps finishing tasks stay productive from beginning to end. Number 55. Ruitool Adjustable Angle Miter Shears. Plastic trim, molding, and lightweight profiles often splinter when ordinary saws tackle delicate finishing cuts. Ruitool Adjustable Angle Miter Shears slice through compatible materials cleanly, while supporting multiple cutting angles without complicated setups. Rotating angle guide and sharp replaceable blade simplify decorative trim work, flooring details, and finishing touches around the workshop. Creating crisp joints with minimal cleanup helps every installation look polished immediately after assembly. Number 56. CC Mini Circular Saw with Laser Guide. Bulky full-sized saws can feel overwhelming when projects require controlled cuts in tight working spaces. CC Mini Circular Saw with Laser Guide combines portable cutting power with a visual cutting reference for confident operation. Compact body, ergonomic grip, and adjustable cutting depth handle plywood, boards, and sheet materials without unnecessary bulk. Managing smaller woodworking jobs becomes far more comfortable while maintaining accurate cutting throughout every project. Number 57. Seek's Thin Rip Jig Table Saw Guide. Cutting narrow strips repeatedly becomes risky whenever your hands move too close to spinning table saw blades. Seek's Thin Rip Jig Table Saw Guide positions material consistently while keeping measurements repeatable across multiple identical cuts. Adjustable guide simplifies producing uniform strips for edging, inlays, trim, and furniture components with dependable spacing every time. Repeating precise rip cuts safely encourages cleaner workflow and more predictable woodworking results across demanding projects. Number 58. Craftsman Angle Grinder. Rusty hardware, rough metal edges, and stubborn fasteners can slow workshop progress before woodworking even begins. Craftsman Angle Grinder tackles grinding, cutting, sharpening, and surface preparation with dependable power for countless workshop applications. Comfortable side handle and compatible accessory wheels adapt easily to fabrication, restoration, and maintenance projects requiring controlled material removal. Preparing tools and hardware efficiently keeps every woodworking project moving forward without unnecessary delays. Number 59. Substable Cordless Mini Chainsaw. Overgrown branches and rough lumber can delay outdoor woodworking projects before materials ever reach the bench. Substable Cordless Mini Chainsaw trims limbs and cuts smaller wood pieces quickly with portable cordless convenience. Lightweight design, comfortable handling, and rechargeable battery support yard cleanup, campsite preparation, and light-duty cutting around the property. Gathering usable wood and clearing work areas becomes dramatically easier before the real building even begins. Number 60. DCA Random Orbital Sander. Hand sanding large wooden surfaces can consume hours, while still leaving visible swirl marks and uneven texture. DCA Random Orbital Sander smooths boards rapidly, using random orbital motion that prepares surfaces for stain, paint, or clear finishes. Comfortable grip, dust collection capability, and balanced operation help tackle tabletops, cabinets, shelves, and furniture components with steady control. Reaching beautifully refined surfaces becomes the perfect ending to every woodworking project worth proudly displaying. Hope these Amazon woodworking finds inspire you to upgrade your workshop, sharpen your craftsmanship, and tackle every project with greater confidence. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share for more woodworking tools, DIY tools, and workshop essentials before your next build. What woodworking tool has earned a permanent place in your workshop?